things are getting back to like, you know, like getting back to like normal-ish. Like my whole life I've been a gamer, and the type of gamer that I have been, you know, you try to understand the rules, and then you try to figure out how to cheat the rules, and then you try to figure out how to like break the game, right? Like I've also been a game developer, tester, etc., etc. But you know, I'm a min-maxer, right? Like, oh, if you take less skills here and you put them over there, you know, you focus more on project management, and you don't have a lot of traditional art that you can do to like sketch things out. Then you use a proxy by finding other art as sort of like your mood generation board, right? Like, and you use that as a first layer, you know, first layer of conveyance, you know. So my life is very much like that, you know, and I'm unfortunate, but I guess the other thing that is important that I just think about is that you know, when I go into crunch mode, you know, like I like to say, pretty much the majority of my 20s, all of my 20s, I worked a chronic amount of crunch. I worked 60 plus hours a week, and it's not like going, whoa, hey, this is, you know, woo. Like I'm not bragging. You know, there's a certain cost that comes with that, but I care. I'm so deeply and passionately connected to video games, to the medium, to the art form, my whole life. You know, growing up as well, that I looked at work as the best kind of education. I mean, you meet so many sick, awesome, amazingly talented people, you know, and games are freaking hard. Games are amazingly hard efforts. It's amazing that great games get made at all. It really is. I mean, to see like a Grand Theft Auto get made, I mean, that's nuts. A crazy amount of human effort, and it's amazing that it's done, you know, and it's beautiful and wonderful. I still, to this very day, for better or worse, you know, now I'm in my 40s. My 30s weren't a lot different. I made some games, some other things, you know, and so this time around, when I crunch, it's different because I'm also working on this side thing, right? Like we stream, we got the show, we got creative elements, you know, we make art. I mean, holy shit, this is great. It's like I'm making IP, you know, like it's real. And I'm, you know, the people I work with, you know, the reality is you can pay people to do stuff, right? But people only want to stick around if it's interesting, you know? So the fact that I'm working with these artists, and these artists are like, okay, like let's keep jamming, like let's keep doing this, and they feel challenged to, you know, to work on the work, you know, like it's very humbling to me. I'm very lucky. So and also just, you know, I'm at this point where like I've never been this full in my life ever. When I worked 60 hours a week, guess what? The rest of that week, that was all friends, family, decompression. That was it, you know, like, and you don't get a ton of that, you know, when you're working 60 hours a week. So I guess this time around, you know, like I've been able to reflect a bit more because my life is full with streaming and the show and the art and the development and the creative stuff. Like it's much harder when I have to go hard in one direction, crunching, you know, with the work or whatever's going on, and to pull back from the other stuff. And, you know, I have people waiting on me, so I can't completely pull back 100%. So the best I can do is communicate kind of how to, you know, like, hey, I'm in this place right now. Things are going to delay a little bit, but we keep things rolling. And the fact that we've been doing this for almost a year now is pretty cool. Very exciting. So when I get to share some of this behind the scenes stuff, it's a lot of work. Like I wrote a draft of that script months ago, 4 or 5 months ago. So I dusted that thing off and I was like, okay, like let's look at it with fresh eyes. I updated some dialogue today. I wrote a little sing song for Navi. She's got more of a character in my brain now. That's more like a sprite. You know, it's fun and it's full and it's hard, but it's worth the challenge. And, you know, I encourage you guys to find things similar in your lives that you want to be challenged by.